Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to the Terror in the Isles Challenge. Now, this is a segment I'm doing with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man. We're going to examine the films from Terror in the Isles. Not only the theatrical version, but the TV version as well. Today, we're going to be talking about Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is a 1962 film which runs approximately 134 minutes and is directed by Robert Aldrich. Now, he passed away on December 5th, 1983 at the age of 65. He was responsible for All the Marbles, which is a great film about female wrestlers, The Frisco Kid, and The Choir Boys. Now, this stars Betty Davis as Baby Jane Hudson. She passed away on October 6, 1989 at the age of 81. She was in Burnt Offerings, Dark Victory, and All About Eve. Joan Crawford as Blanche Hudson. She passed away on May 10th, 1977 at the age of 71. She was in Trog and the Virginian. And Victor Buono as Edwin Flagg. He passed away on January 1st, 1982, at the age of 43. He was in The Evil, The Chinese Caper, and Moonchild. Now, this had a budget of $980,000, and the film takes place in three different times: 1917, 1935, and 1962. Now, Betty Davis had a Coke machine installed because Joan Crawford was the spokesperson for Pepsi because she married the CEO or the Pepsi chairman, and he had actually passed away. His name was Alfred Steele, and she did it basically just to get on her nerves. All right, let's get into a brief synopsis of this. This is one I feel like a lot of people maybe haven't seen. I'd seen this a long time ago, but it definitely stays with you. All right, you have sisters. Betty Davis is Jane, and Joan Crawford is Blanche. Now, in 1917, where the story takes place, Betty Davis is a star. She's a child star who does skits with her father, and she just sells out completely. Now we go to 1935, and she was a brat too when she was a little girl. Now we go to 1935, where Blanche is actually a movie star. Nobody thinks that Jane can act, and Blanche actually helps out her sister, even though her sister has always slighted her. She says that she won't make a picture for, what was it? What company was it? Or whatever company they're using. She said she wouldn't make a picture for them unless her sister got to make a picture as well. So that was part of her contract. And then it takes place, well, then an accident happens where Blanche is crippled and she's in a wheelchair. So then the last part of the story takes place in 1962, where Blanche and Jane live together. Of course, Blanche is crippled, and Jane resents her completely for everything she's done. That's where I'm kind of going to leave it. There's a lot of physical and mental torture. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. Now, this mirrors their relationship in real life. As we were watching this film, as Joe and I were watching this film, I did some research because I knew that they actually hated each other. And I was curious as to what actually started it. Well, I'm kind of going to sum it up the best I can, the shortest way I can, because I didn't watch the miniseries, so I kind of had to read about it. And basically, how it started was Joan Crawford ended up marrying her co-star, Betty Davis's co-star, and she fell in love with him too. And basically, Joan Crawford got the man and married him. And it was years of this one-upping. Mostly, Joan Crawford got the better of Betty Davis, but there were a few times that Betty Davis actually got the better of Joan Crawford. But most of it was just kind of movie star diva stuff, in my opinion. It really wasn't that deep. But the tabloids and the paparazzi and all that, because yes, they had that back then, but they fueled the fire a lot, and they were also very happy when they were going at each other's throats. So this really mirrored their real life relationship. Now, there was supposed to be a sequel called Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte that basically was the same thing from the same writer about two different characters. So it was kind of like a spiritual sequel. Well, apparently, Joan Crawford, they finally signed on. Joan Crawford actually walked off set after 2 weeks because she just couldn't stand Betty Davis. So, yeah. Interesting dynamic between the two people. I always wondered what their beef was with each other, but it just didn't seem that deep to me. But I know that the paparazzi and everyone can kind of spice things up. All right, let me get to my relatable recommendation. My relatable recommendation is going to be Straight Jacket. Straight Jacket is a fun kind of killer. What did he? There's actually like a killer hag, I think is what it's called, but there's actually a subgenre made for this. I don't really agree with it, but like killer old people or killer hags or I don't know, something like that. Or no, what is it? Psycho Biddy. It's right on the thing, Psycho Biddy. But yeah, Straight Jacket is a lot of fun, and so is Berserk actually. I do like Straight Jacket a little bit more, but yeah, I'm going to recommend that. This is actually really good for Mill Creek. The double feature has Berserk and Straight Jacket. I knew that Scream Factory also released Straight Jacket and Berserk. And I believe, no, that's Indicator that released both. I think Scream Factory only released Straight Jacket, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, definitely check out Straight Jacket. It's fun. And don't forget to check out Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. It's long. It's kind of slow in parts. But it's very interesting when you know the dynamic between the two actresses. So, yeah, definitely check them both out. And don't forget to check out Joe's review and see what he picked. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.